It was on this day, playing at Mumbai or Bombay back then, as it was called, the Wankhede Stadium, India went to bat first. 458 for 8 declared, and then brought Australia into bat. 160 all out, 198 all out, and wrapped the game and won by an innings and 100 runs. And not just winning the game, but winning the first ever series against Australia in Test cricket. India in 1979 created history on this day back then in 1979. And a master player of that game, the sixth Test match, is joining us to talk about that day in history. Mr. Syed Kirmani, the legendary wicketkeeper, the World Cup winning wicketkeeper, joining us right now on TSB. Mr. Kirmani, how are you doing today?
Very well. Good evening to all of you on 100.3 Radio Dubai. It's nostalgia to me when you're asking me about 1979 series against Australia. That was Kim Hughes' captaincy, if my memory serves me right.
That's right, sir.
Okay, Neil. So, yes, on those bases, it was my comeback series, actually. 1979, the second World Cup ODI.
Right.
Right. I was dropped like a hot brick.
Ouch.
Right, and my two very good cricketing colleagues were taken on that tour to England, and of course, I would like to go into the details of why I was dropped and how I was dropped.
No, I can totally understand, sir.
The very sentence, like a hot brick, you can imagine.
Absolutely.
Right. So on those bases, we on the very first day, I think we had lost about very important wickets. Even Sunil, I think, four top order batsmen were dropped, and at that time, late Raj Singh Dungarpur was the chairman selection committee.
Okay.
And I'm staging a comeback to stay in the team.
Right.
Right. Now, of course, in 1979, India lost the series, didn't qualify into the World Cup. Also, they came back. Right. And my two good friends who were the two wicket keepers on the tour were, I think, Khanna and Bharat Reddy were the two wicket keepers up there. Nevertheless, so they are very good friends of mine. Absolutely.
Right.
So on those basis, Chairman Raj Singh Dungarpur comes into the dressing room. He says, "Kiri, pad up.
Okay.
You are going as a night watchman to hold the innings."
Right.
And can you imagine? I'm staging a comeback, and the chairman coming and telling me, "Pad up. This is your, again, do or die match."
Wow. Wow. This is amazing. And you're talking about 1979 where Chetan Chauhan has got out, Dilip Vengsarkar had got out, Sunil Gavaskar sir gets out, and you walk in at that point in time.
Yes, I think it was Karsan Ghavri or Shastri who gave me the stand, or I gave him a stand, I think.
Karsan Ghavri scored 86 of 99 and you scored a century on that game.
That's right. That was my maiden century to stage a comeback. And now I walked in. Wow, Chairman has told me do or die match.
Okay.
Now what do I do?
Right.
Now, any player in my position would have panicked.
I'm sure.
But I think I have been blessed with that attitude and approach. Never say die.
Right.
All right. Put your best foot forward and play your own game. So with that intention, I walked in, settled myself, and I think that was my maiden Test century. And I saved the Indian collapse. Indian team's collapse, remained not out. Came back overnight, and the next day resumed my innings with 102 or 102, I think.
101 not out, sir.
Out.
101 not out.
Yeah.
You stayed not out till the end.
Right.
But this is remarkable. You mentioned about the Indian batting collapse. Sunil Gavaskar and Chetan Chauhan, 123 and 73. But after that, Dilip Vengsarkar, 6 of 64 deliveries. Very sluggish on his home wicket. Dilip Vengsarkar playing in Wankhede is like playing in your backyard for him. Gundappa Vishwanath.
Absolutely.
Right. Gundappa Vishwanath just 10 runs. Yashpal Sharma 8 runs. Mohinder Amarnath 2. Kapil Paji 17. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. You know,
Yes.
if
Yes.
that century
Yes.
hadn't come and that partnership between you and Karsan Ghavri wasn't there,
Yes.
India would have been in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is where, without being egoistic, I was labeled as the crisis man of Indian cricket.
Wow, this is amazing. Crisis man of Indian cricket. Now,
I've saved quite a few matches for my Indian team and took them nearest to victory. It was not in my hands probably that I could win for my country, but definitely I stood my ground and saved my country on many an occasion.
no, definitely. In fact, this match that we're talking about was the sixth test match of the series which India went on to win and registered the first series win against Australia. 127 run partnership with Karsan Ghavri. This is huge. And, you know, you're talking about someone who's coming at number 10 to bat alongside you. And you've scored 127 runs with him. This is amazing.
Well, the same 126 runs partnership was between me and Kapil Dev
Yes, sir.
during the 1983 World Cup.
You've loved and
against Zimbabwe.
against Zimbabwe, and again at that time you came when Indian team was in trouble, and again steadied the ship.
17 for 5.
How do you manage to do that? How do you manage to do that? It's not easy for one person to do it once. You've done it multiple times.
Yeah, that's right. Now, this is very important. Now, you got to believe in your capabilities.
Right.
You got to believe in your strength, and one should not panic under any kind of situations.
That is true.
I'm generalizing the whole issue. You see, if you panic, you're half dead.
Sure, absolutely.
Right?
But
And you cannot perform. You cannot perform.
Tell me something.
So on those bases.
Right.
Yeah.
But tell me something, Kirmani sir. 1979, you know, at that time when Australia used to tour, they were definitely not very happy tourists, you know, coming to India. They were never very happy. And that stayed on for quite some time till IPL happened, and then they got used to Indian food and Indian money. That's a different story.
Yes.
But uske pehle
Yes,
tak,
and along with that, there were a lot of Indian restaurants also which they invited in Australia to open up and
Right.
get used to the hot Indian curry.
that's a good way to come and play in India, right? But when
Yes.
but when a team like this comes in touring to India, and the reputation that it is, that Australian team is coming, how would you prepare back in the days? Because तभी तो ना analysis था, ना TV video cameras का replays और ये सब जो अभी, you know, all of these teams have analysts sitting and showing them videos at how to play a certain bowler, how to bowl against a certain batter. How was the preparation back then for getting a touring side that's coming to India? How do you prepare and plan against them?
It's a $1 million question you have asked me, a very apt question you have asked me. You see, we first of all, let me tell you, my era of cricketers, nobody told us to play cricket.
Okay.
We were all gifted with that natural ability, and when whatever was provided, whatever was given to us, we just took it in the right stride and just did our best at all times. Right, this was it. Whatever the BCCI offered us, whatever, there was no technology, there was no coach, there was no support staff like what you have, 9 support staff for the current era of cricketers.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we didn't have a proper gear, we didn't have a proper equipment, we didn't have a helmet, forget it.
Right.
Now, 1976, we have played the fastest bowler in the world like Michael Holding, Andy Roberts, Malcolm Marshall, George Gardner without a helmet.
My God.
Believe it or
My
not.
God. Either your insurance schemes were amazing,
No.
or there was no
We
fear
didn't-
whatsoever.
No. We didn't know the spelling of insurance.
Oh my
What
God.
is insurance? We used to wonder.
Oh my
and
God.
this is how we played on
Mm-hmm.
and on and on. You see, it's just let me generalize this again.
Sure.
Right, whatever the entire life of an individual circles around what he or she thinks.
That's right.
It's all mental. It's all mental.
No doubts about that.
It's all mental. You got to be strong, mentally strong, and you got to be very positive in your approach, in your application. You see, with total sincerity and hard work, you can always be successful. That is rest assured.
That is a fantastic guru mantra that we've received from the World Cup winning legendary Mr. Syed Kirmani, talking to us on the occasion of the momentous Indian win, a series win against Australia. India is playing in Australia, sir, right now, and Australia is out of World Cup, which is a good sign. Okay, home country out of the question, defending champions out, pressure khatam, sabse pehla to. Now India is going to play against England in the semi-finals. What are your thoughts on that game, sir?
I think it is like now we have proved this to the entire cricketing fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
You see, any team on that particular day,
right,
which performs to the best of their ability, are the winners. That is for sure.
That is so true. We saw that Netherlands beating South Africa. Obviously, they did that.
Yeah, there you are. Yes, and Zimbabwe beating
Pakistan. Oh, I mean that was a massive time for all the Pakistan cricketers and Pakistan fans. Pakistan cricketers almost booked their tickets back home.
Yes, that's right. And what I mean, I'm very sorry for the criticism they got.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. I mean, I'm very sorry for the criticism they got.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
True.
You see, of course, the lovers of the game don't understand that you win some, you lose some.
That is true.
And the best efforts are being put by every individual on the field. See, this is what happened. This is where it is said that this great game of cricket has its glorious uncertainty.
Absolutely.
So England and India playing, obviously, I would like India to win.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We want India to win the World Cup, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, हम तो greedy हैं. We want Indian side to win. ठीक है ना, जैसे आप 1983 में हमारे लिए पहला वर्ल्ड कप लेके आए थे. You were the ones and you are to be blamed for it, that you gave us the reason to believe that, listen, India can win World Cups at the world stage, beating the giants of the cricketing world. You have given us that reason, you have given us that belief, and I'm sorry, but we are not going to take anything lesser than that. आपने विश्वास दिलाया, अब आप पूरा करो.
Yeah, bilkul. I mean, I think we are a very competitive side.
We definitely
are a very competitive side. I think in our days we were the weakest team in such competitions.
True. I mean, in
so
those days,
we proved everybody that on that particular day you perform to the best of your ability, and you will beat the world champions as well. This is what we did in 1983.
No doubts about that. What you did in 1983 is still a lesson for every single cricketing nation. क्योंकि तब तक and उसके बाद भी, if you see, sir, no team which has been at that level of cricketing abilities or skills, तो मैं नहीं कहूँगा skills तो थे अपने पास में, but उस level का potential अगर मैं कहूँ, so we realized our potential in that year 1983 after the World Cup win, and after that, if you see, every team has actually thought and looked up saying, okay, if India can do this, so can we. Every single year after year.
Absolutely. That's how Pakistan won and Sri Lanka
won. 1992 Pakistan winning the World Cup. Who had thought that Pakistan jeetega England ke against?
Bilkul. Yes. So this is what one should have. I'm sure the Indian cricketers going to play against England will definitely have this mind. I believe they keep on seeing our 83 World Cup finals, semi-finals, and Zimbabwe match. Obviously,
I'm sure.
Not recorded.
I watch before going into any big interviews or meetings or anything big that is lined up against me, a big challenge. I sit and watch the 1983 Zimbabwe game. I watch the finals. Zimbabwe game के तो खैर matches का वो नहीं है अपने पास, कोई footage नहीं है. But I read about it. I watch the finals and I get motivated कि boss ये अगर ये हो सकता तो कुछ भी हो सकता.
Bilkul. Yes, it was a fantastic, unbelievable feeling we all have. It's like this, Neil, कि भाई, the first love cannot be forgotten.
क्या बात है, sir? क्या बात है? And the first love, ironically, I would say this first love has a lot of lovers, sir. This first love has a lot of lovers, including me, including you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are right, Neil. Absolutely. This is where it is.
It is. That is so true, sir.
Ever historic victory was fantastic.
Absolutely. Thank you so
out
much.
Of the world. Out of the blue.
Undoubtedly. And India has done that time and again, and we're expecting the same thing to happen 13th of November when India plays the finals and wins the cup for us. We'll be wishing you luck. You wish us luck, and let's pray for 2 more games that India has to win.
Yes, they will do their best, and I'm very confident and very positive and always been optimistic.
Absolutely.
That's important.
It is. Thank you so much for joining us, Kirmani sir, on this momentous day, and congratulations yet again. 1979, your first century, and beating Australia in India. Phenomenally done. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, and my best wishes to all those listeners of 100.3 Radio Dubai.